On Sunday, May 29th, 2022, Lisa and I, along with 10 other motorcyclists from the Buckeye Harley Owners Group, rode from Dayton to Lake Erie to tour the Marblehead Lighthouse in Marblehead, Ohio. The lighthouse is located directly on Lake Erie and is a part of the Ohio State Park system. Marblehead Lighthouse is the oldest lighthouse in continuous operation on the American side of the Great Lakes. The lighthouse is now part of the 9-acre Marblehead Lighthouse State Park. The Marblehead Lighthouse is the second smallest, but one of the most popular state parks in Ohio. It is said that the lighthouse is the most frequently photographed building in the state. About 25,000 visitors climb the tower each summer, but it's estimated over 1 million people visit the park each year. In the 1980s, the federal government declared many lighthouses surplus property, and plans were made to tear down the Marblehead Lighthouse and replace it with a steel pole topped by a light. Several Marblehead residents formed the Marblehead Lighthouse Historical Society in 1998 to avoid the destruction of the lighthouse. The Historical Society eventually helped broker the agreement with the state of Ohio to accept ownership of the lighthouse and its grounds and designate it Ohio's 73rd State Park. The Marblehead Lighthouse Historical Society agreed to supply volunteers to help operate the park for visitors. Since then, the Marblehead Lighthouse Historical Society has paid for and constructed several new buildings in the park, including the U.S. Life-Saving Service Museum. The park features picnic tables and offers views of Lake Erie, Sandusky Bay, Kelly's Island, and South Bass Island. The Marblehead Lighthouse Historical Society operates the Marblehead Lighthouse Museum in the Old Keeper's House. Exhibits include the lighthouse, a Fresnel lens, ice harvesting, ice fishing, local maritime industry, ships, replica life-saving station, local fossils, and shipwrecks. In 1819, Congress authorized $5,000 for the construction of a lighthouse to mark the entrance to Sandusky Bay. The structure was built during the fall of 1821. The Marblehead area was then known as Rocky Point, and the lighthouse was named the Sandusky Light. The original tower was 15 feet shorter than it is today, and the light consisted of a fixed array of 13 whale oil burning lanterns with 16-inch polished brass reflectors to direct the light out onto the lake. The lights didn't flash or rotate, and the lamps had to be refueled every 4 hours, consuming about 11 gallons of lamp oil per night. That oil had to be carried up a series of wooden ladders to the top each day from oil storage buildings on the ground. A keeper's house was constructed in 1822 adjacent to the lighthouse. By 1858, the light at Marblehead had been changed to a single pressurized kerosene lamp with a fourth-order glass Fresnel lens to amplify the lamp's brightness out onto the lake. This lantern consumed much less fuel each night and further increased the visibility of the lighthouse. Over the years, 16 lighthouse keepers have served at Marblehead, along with many assistant keepers. Marblehead boasts the first female keeper on the Great Lakes and has had 2 women maintain the light over the years. The current keeper's house was built in 1880 to replace the crumbling original dwelling. In 1939, with war in Europe looking likely, President Franklin Roosevelt's Reorganization Order No. 11 disbanded the U.S. Lighthouse Service and gave operation of all aids to navigation, to include lighthouses, to the U.S. Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is the keeper of record of all U.S. lighthouses to this day.